metal reviews here. Tyler, Sam. We are here to talk about the Hatebreed, Whitechapel, All Shall Perish, Give Them Rope show we went to at the Electric Factory September 15th, 2012 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is called the 10-Year Perseverance Tour, where Hatebreed is playing their album Perseverance, which is 10 years old in its entirety. And the band These Nuts was supposed to be the opener, but they were unable to make it across the border of the United States, I guess, and unable to play. So they had the local band from Philly called Give Them Rope open up. So, what's your thoughts on
that? They were an opening band, I guess. No offense to them. They had a mild crowd reaction from some tough guys that wanted to, say, hey, we're tough. But the band itself reminded me of, they really remind me of this, I can tell they're Pantera influenced, maybe with some Down influence, and they, in parts, remind me of Gaza, the sludge part, but yet they still have a hardcore feeling to them. I thought they were decent. I mean, they weren't bad, and they're not exactly hearing them on the first time I really, hey, I've listened to this band, it's live. I mean, maybe if I listened to them outside, I could say, hey, they were really good compared to this time. Hey, they're really good, but I don't know anything from them. From what I watched, they were pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw this band open for Overkill back in like April. I thought they were pretty cool. I noticed that they didn't have a second guitarist compared to the first time I saw them. They had a second guitar player, which I thought made them sound a lot more fuller and heavier. But they weren't bad. I would say the first time I saw them, I was much more impressed than this time. I like the energy that they have. I like just some of their riffs are really catchy. They're very simplistic, like they're not over the top, technical or anything. There's nothing wrong with that. This band, for some reason, reminds me of like Meshuggah, but with a very, 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 very hardcore influence. I'm not saying they sound like Meshuggah at all. It's just they remind me of Meshuggah in that they have these parts that just kind of like drag on and on and on and on and on. There's just nothing bad about that, Meshuggah just has parts that drag on. It's like a slow, thick, heavy train, just that's like barely almost broke down, and it's moving at like 5 miles an hour. 5. That made no sense, but anyways, they're pretty cool. I'll try to find their Facebook page and link them if you want to check them out. But yeah, they're pretty much kind of like a old school hardcore band type style. It's cool. They're cool, dude. But next band was. Yeah, the next band was All Shall Perish, and they were pretty damn good. First thing I noticed was that Ben Oram was not in the band for some reason. I missed it if they announced that he left the band or he's unable to make this tour or something. I missed that. So if anybody knows what happened there, fill me in. The guy they had, though, I don't know what his name is, but he looked really familiar, and he did a pretty good job. And I liked their set. They didn't play Wage Slaves, that surprised me, or Eradication. They played My Retaliation off the new album. I thought that was sick, because I love the part where it's like slowed down. It's just kind of like chunky, and he's doing these really brutal low growls. Speaking of Eddie, that guy can nail his stuff live, and it blows me away every time I see him. They played the song "True Beast," and he just did this pig squeal in the beginning. It was just fucking amazing, and his high screams are just so ear piercing and earth shattering, and they were heavy. The sound system at the Electric Factory is really strong, and it just made this band sound so fucking tight and heavy, and you can definitely tell that. Overall, they put on a really, really good show. They had a lot of high energy to them, and they played "Royalty in Exile." I love that song, and it was a good performance from them.
When this band came on, I thought it was pretty cool how people were getting like pumped up for them and everything. But maybe to me, their first couple songs, they just sort of, I don't know. It's hard to describe. I don't want to say anything stupid, but I'm trying to think of exactly how to say it. But it may sound stupid, but I feel like they were just kind of getting warmed up after the first couple songs for some reason. Like at first, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because they're the first like band, like, you know, fast, like, you know, really, not to give them rope wasn't, you know, talented or anything. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying like All Shall Perish is the first, like, you know, big band like that's really in your face, you know, fast music and stuff. I don't know. But for some reason, it just, the first couple of songs really blended together for me. Like, you know, they just kind of went in from one song to the next song, and I'm just like, something sounds off here, but I don't know what it was. It may have been nothing. Maybe it's just me. I really don't know. But I feel that after the first 3 songs or so, that they really kind of got my attention. Like, yeah, I've seen this band a couple times, but they're good every time. But I'm just like, all right, now they have my attention. Now they're playing pretty good and everything. But I thought they were just as heavy as always. Their guitarist has really cool screams, and what else? Adam is a great drummer as always. Really, there's nothing much else I can say about this band. I've seen them a couple times. Every time they're really great. I mean, there's no way I could say like they lacked at this part or they were better at this part. Every time they're very consistent, very consistently good.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Next was Whitechapel.
Was it my fourth time seeing this band, and the first 2 times, I was, I don't want to say disappointed, but slightly shocked at how Phil Bozeman got very fatigued, and you know he couldn't really, he lasted the whole set, but it's just after a while you could tell he was getting kind of tired or something, or he was trying really hard. I'm not sure what it is now, but since I saw them at Mayhem, and now I saw them tonight, it just seems like Phil has gotten so much better. It's just crazy how much better he, at least to me, how much better he's gotten. I'm not sure, maybe he was tired the first 2 times I've seen him, but this time he was just spot on at everything. Like, I was right, like, up front, dead center, and, you know, just watching Phil Bozeman, you know, it was incredible. Sometimes, you know, I couldn't help it when he would just do some type of really, really, really low scream, or like, he did a couple highs that were really cool. I just couldn't help. I felt like a dumbass. Just everyone around me is moving. I'm just standing there like, oh, because that's like so cool. But it's Whitechapel. The band plays perfectly. Nothing was wrong with them. Nothing. I have not one bad thing to say. Even if you don't like Whitechapel, their sound was great. You could hear every instrument. You could even you could hear it's everything. Even though I was like right up front, right there. Sometimes the sound's a little better if you're back a little ways and you get like the full effect of the sound. But I was like right up there. Everything just sounded great. Phil sounded great. Everything was just spot on. I have no complaints.
Yeah, Sam pretty much said what I'm gonna start with is saying that Whitechapel is pretty much musically perfect tonight, and it just blew me away. This was by far the best set I've seen them put on. I've seen them 5 times now. I've seen them one more than you. 5.
Yeah, but you didn't like them the first time you
Yeah,
saw them.
that is pretty much true. So basically, I've seen them like 4 times. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I want to say that their set was fucking amazing. Besides not playing anything off the Smack Defilement, which I wish they would, but that's a very minor complaint compared to how good this set was. They played 7 songs off their new album, and it was really cool to hear a couple songs that, for the first time that they didn't play at Mayhem, such as Hate Creation, Faces, which was awesome, Make It Bleed, which they opened with. It was just awesome to hear. And Devoid, the instrumental, that was just awesome to hear live too. That it was just as epic to see live as it is to listen to it on the studio album. And they were just, I was blown away. And they played Murder Sermon, which really shocked me. That might be my favorite Whitechapel song. It's up there between that and Possession for the most part. I loved their set. It was amazing. And Phil Bozeman was perfect. You can really tell that this band is, one, getting better as they put each album out, as they go on each tour. They keep growing musically and everything, and you can tell that they're really starting to make an impact in the metal world, if you haven't realized that already. I knew this band was really, really popular, and it was just, a lot of people went really hard for them. I just didn't expect that in a venue this big, such as the Electric Factory. And it's really cool to see Whitechapel getting bigger, because they really, really, really deserve it. I'm not saying that I thought they were small at all, by no means, but they're definitely getting a hell of a lot bigger, and it's cool. The guitar playing was just perfect. Sam pretty much said all that stuff, so I'm not going to go on about that, because I agree with everything that he said. It was just a really awesome set, and if you haven't seen this band live, you're missing out. I would see them every time they come around my area. So Whitechapel destroyed. And the final band, the headliner, Hatebreed. I'm going to just start by saying I'm not the biggest fan of Hatebreed. I mean, I don't hate them, but I just couldn't really get into their stuff in the past. And I was actually really blown away and very impressed by their performance. We didn't stay for all of their set, but we stayed until they finished the Perseverance album, which they played its entirety. It was pretty cool. Literally the only song I knew that they played was "I Will Be Heard," probably their most popular song. And they had a high energy crowd reaction, and they were just energetic on stage. I thought Jamie Josta sounded pretty good. He did these high screams during one of the songs, and I was like, damn. I didn't think he could really do that. I've never really heard that from what I've heard from Hatebreed, so that was cool. But they were loud as shit. They were running through 6 full stacks, 2 bass cabinets, like half stacks on each side of the stage, and then running through the giant PA system that the Electric Factory has, and it was like, damn, like our ears are, kind of fucked. They really got people into their set. you know, there was a lot of people singing along and everything. It was really cool. And it just like when I saw Slipknot at Mayhem, I realized tonight how much of an impact Hatebreed has made in the musical world. Like, a lot of the hardcore bands, it's just take so many things from Hatebreed, not like copying them, but like influences and stuff. And this band is, whether you like them or not, you can't deny that they're influential at all. It was a really good fucking performance, and they were heavy as shit. It was a good, very good show. I liked it.
I used to like Hatebreed a couple years ago, maybe. Not like love them, like I knew all of their songs, but I didn't mind them. But before tonight, I haven't listened to them in I don't even know how long. But they're a fun band to just screw around and mosh to. Mainly, what consists of their playing live is just, you know, what you'll see from people is just a lot of headbang, because they're one of those bands where their riffs and drum beats combine to just make these headbanging parts, or just stomping around like an idiot like I was doing. They're very simple in a way. They're simple, and they're very aggressive, and it's a good combination. They remind me. It's just sort of maybe just me, but they remind me of how Dying Fetus is. How they have those really headbanging riffs that are just really just kind of crushing, but I mean, Hatebreed isn't as crushing as Dying Fetus, but you know, it's still at like, you know, headbanging, like grooviness sort of to it in a way. I'll admit, Hatebreed does, to me at least, have a little bit of sort of a groove to it. Like, you kind of get in this, you know, groove when they're playing. There was a lot of Jamie Josta lookalikes there with their shaved heads, sunglasses, Hatebreed shirts. I swear I saw like the same Hatebreed shirt 20 times. I'm not even kidding, but so many people had Hatebreed shirts. But yeah, a lot of people definitely came for that band. Like, we went outside after Whitechapel, and we saw people that were just getting there.
There's a
like,
lot of people
you
too.
know, they're just getting there just for Hatebreed. I mean, they didn't come. Excuse me. They didn't come when All Shall Perish was there. They didn't come when Whitechapel was there. They came when Hatebreed was there, and those are like dedicated fans. They miss Whitechapel, so they're silly, but you know, they're dedicated fans to Hatebreed. The band has a huge fan base, very dedicated fan base. What else can I say about
older
them?
people there too.
Yeah, there was a
You
lot
can
of
tell, the older generation.
because they started like '95, right?
Something like that. Mid-90s.
I think it was '95, but yeah, I guess, you know, a lot of people heard of them, you know, like, you know, they just played an album that they released 10 years ago. So I mean, there's people there like 10 years ago that probably got into them when they were like 20 or something. Now they're 30, so they have an older fan base. They even brought a guy on stage who brought his daughter to the concert. She
Yeah,
looked like
that's cool.
5 or something. Hot 5, but whatever. I don't know.
I just remembered Jamie asking
I
her
think
name
so.
or age,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah,
said
yeah,
7.
Yeah, I was close. I was only 2 years away. But this band is very, yeah, like I said, it's very dedicated fan base. They're very, you know, they have this groove live. They play very well. Love them or hate them, they perform their songs very well live. You know, you could say, oh, that band sucked. They suck live. They don't suck live. A band that would suck live wouldn't be able to play what they do in the studio. What they do in the studio, they play that pretty much, you know, spot on live. So they play great, love them or hate them. But I don't really know what else to say. Some of their fans are really kind of you sort of laugh at them because there's a lot of huge like fat guys there. They're just doing like this and stuff like the whole time. It's kind of funny, but this band really definitely has a large fan base and it's pretty cool. But I don't know what else to say. There's not a lot to Hatebreed for me to say, at least in my opinion. They get up there, they play really well. I mean, you know Hatebreed. They play what they play, and they played it well. That's all I can say.
Yep. Me and Sam, I don't know where it is, but we picked up the Recorrupted EP. So we have pretty much everything from Whitechapel now, almost.
Do you think we should? I'm asking the fans, or if you can call us fans. Should we review that? Like, there's nothing on there that we could really talk about that we haven't talked about. Section 8's on something else. They remixed a couple of their old songs. They did an acoustic version. They covered a song. We never talked about their cover, but should we review it? I don't know. How many people actually watch that? I'm pretty sure we're not going to get any comments on their video. Just like always, when we say, hey, can we have feedback? We don't get any feedback. So I don't even know why I bother.
Oh well. But go to the show if it comes around. You'll have a lot of fun. We had fun, and it was a fun night. Go to Hooters afterwards because we did, and it's fun going to Hooters. And subscribe. Thanks for the love. And yeah, this tour was cool. Thumbs up.